Today, on July 20th at 11:22 p.m., Archangel Michael stopped a curse sent to destroy your money flow. Most of it was broken, but one piece remains. Open this before it activates again at midnight. It started quietly, but not unnoticed in heaven. At 11:22 p.m. on July 20th, Archangel Michael descended with holy fire. He saw the curse, thick, black, and twisted, moving fast to stop your wealth, choke your growth, and silence your financial prayers. It wasn't from God. It was sent in secret by someone bitter, someone close, cloaked in false love. The curse had one mission: destroy your money flow, delay your breakthrough, and dismantle your calling. But the heavens didn't stand still. Michael drew his sword. He crushed most of it. But one cursed piece remains alive. The final fragment is dangerous. It clings to old wounds, poverty from your childhood, betrayal from your past. It hides in the shadows of your confidence, feeding fear whenever you try to rise. It's waiting until midnight to strike again, to awaken and finish what was started. Archangel Michael is not done. He's sending this message because your awareness activates the last round of help. You must open this in time, or the curse may complete. Don't delay. This is a divine alarm. The final piece is near. It can't stay hidden much longer. This is your final warning. Type "I am rising" to get the blessing 4896. The curse did not appear out of nowhere. It started when someone saw your light, your potential, and your purpose. That person began to envy your blessings even before they fully arrived. They noticed how you were beginning to rise. They noticed how your spirit stayed strong even when you were struggling. Jealousy crept into their heart like a shadow. They did not attack you in public. No, they smiled in front of you, but behind the scenes, they whispered words soaked in darkness. They called on negative spirits, asking that your hands never hold what is yours. They cursed your ability to receive money, to grow, to succeed. The energy from that curse wrapped itself around your finances like invisible chains, tightening every time you got close to breakthrough. Type "I am chosen" to get the blessing 6311. At first, it didn't seem like a curse. You thought you were just unlucky. You blamed yourself, believed maybe you weren't trying hard enough. You kept pushing forward. You worked harder, stayed up later, praying longer. But each time money got close, something happened. A job would fall through. A payment would disappear. An unexpected expense would eat your savings. You were under attack without even knowing it. And while you kept fighting in the physical, the spiritual battle only grew stronger. The curse grew because it fed off your confusion. But Archangel Michael watched. You waited for the right time. July 20th, 11:22 p.m. The heavens gave him permission to act. Type "I am protected" to get blessing 7544. Michael did not come quietly. He arrived with a roar of divine power. He struck the curse with heavenly fire. Most of it burned. The chains began to fall. He saw the face of the one who sent it, and he will reveal that identity to you soon. But now, there is something urgent you must know. One piece of the curse survived. This piece is smaller but smarter. It hides behind emotions, clinging to wounds and lies. It tells you that you're not good with money, that you'll always struggle, that prosperity is for others, not for you. This fragment carries words someone once spoke over you, maybe long ago. A teacher, a parent, a friend, whose words were poison. The poison still whispers today. Type I am healing to get the blessing 8129. This surviving piece of the curse is trying to grow again. Midnight is its goal. If it activates fully, it will wrap itself around your next blessing. It will make sure the money you've been expecting doesn't arrive. It will delay the business opportunity you've been working toward. It will cause unexpected issues in your bank, your bills, and your giving. Michael is warning you now so you can stop it before it activates. You are not helpless. The curse was almost destroyed. This last part can be removed. But you must open your heart, speak life, and break agreement with every lie. Every time you believed you were cursed, you gave the fragment more power. Today, that stops. You are not under this anymore. Type I am delivered to get the blessing 7790. Archangel Michael is still watching. He's ready to finish what he started, but he cannot move unless you accept the truth. You must recognize that your money struggles are not just bad luck. They were crafted, planned, and sent. But just as they were sent, they can be broken. Not by fear, but by faith. Not by begging, but by standing in truth. Speak against the lie. Deny the curse. Declare your freedom. The heavens are listening. Michael's sword is still drawn. He is waiting for your command, your agreement with the light. Midnight is coming fast. Don't allow the curse to rise again. Speak now. Believe now. Break it now. This is your moment. The chains are cracking. The release has begun. Type I am released to get the blessing 7022. You may not want to believe it, but the person who started this curse knows you very well. This person has been in your space, has smiled at you, and may have even prayed with you. But behind those smiles was secret bitterness. They could not stand to see you blessed. Every time you were happy, they were angry. Every time you got good news, they rolled their eyes when you turned away. You didn't notice it then, but the spirit in them could not handle your light. Darkness always reacts when light walks in. Their curse was not just a wish, it was a spiritual assignment. They spoke your name in places they should not have. And now, the damage shows in your money. Type I am protected to get the blessing 6143. This person wanted to control your life. They wanted you to depend on them, to stay small so they could feel big. As long as you struggled, they felt strong. They may have given you advice, helped you once or twice, just to keep the power in their hands. But the moment you started dreaming bigger, the curse began. Their jealousy created spiritual damage. The curse wasn't spoken once. It was repeated many times, fed with emotion and bitterness. That's why it had power. That's why it worked. It wasn't a random event. It was designed to hit you where it hurts most, your finances. They knew money gives you choices, power, and peace. That's what they tried to block. Type I am guided to get blessing 7256. But here is what they didn't see coming. Archangel Michael was already watching. Even while they planned your delay, heaven was planning your deliverance. Michael was assigned to you before the curse was sent. You waited for the moment they crossed the line. That moment came on July 20th at 11:22 p.m. They did something spiritual that broke divine law. That's when heaven gave Michael the order, stop the curse. Break it now. It came quickly. He struck with fire. The curse screamed as it was burned, and most of it died. But one piece hid deep inside your emotions. It clings to hurt, to memory, to fear. That last piece still believes it has legal right to your money. Type I am free to get the blessing 8187. This is why your healing must be spiritual and emotional. To remove the curse, you must also remove the pain. You must forgive, not to free them, but to free yourself. Every time you think about what they did, the curse gets stronger. Every time you stay angry, the fragment finds fuel. Forgiveness is not letting them win. It is letting the curse lose. Michael cannot strike what you still protect. If you hold on to the memory, the fragment hides inside it. But when you release the wound, the curse has nowhere left to stay. Then, and only then, can Michael finish it. This is why this message came before midnight. It's a warning, but also a window. Type I am rising to get the blessing 7762. Michael says the name behind this curse will be revealed to you. Not to shame them, but to protect you. Once you know who sent it, you will be able to cut the soul tie. You will stop telling them your plans. You will guard your money energy. You will close the doors they use to attack. This is not about hate. It's about healing. God wants you free. Completely free. Not just surviving with a broken flow, but thriving with a divine river. A heavenly supply. A supernatural income. The curse is crumbling, but the final piece must be found and crushed. You have the power. Heaven has the sword. Your money is not lost. It's returning. Now rise and speak the command. Type I am delivered to get the blessing 8666. Michael's sword is moving, but this mission needs you. When you give into this prophetic flow, through a super thanks, membership, or even a PayPal seed, you are not donating, you are sowing. You're sowing into the destruction of curses, the restoration of wealth, and the awakening of divine truth for many souls. God says, I will open the windows of heaven, not just for you, but for everyone your giving reaches. I feel led to say this now. Your seed speaks louder than the curse ever could. Your support makes sure this message reaches those still in chains. And as you give, I speak this over you. Let every hidden curse over your finances break in Jesus' name. The giving links, including PayPal, are in the video description. Release it now. Don't wait. Obey this call. You may not have realized it at first, but the curse slowly changed the way money came into your life. It started with small things, delays in payments, confusion in your work, or money slipping through your hands without reason. You thought it was just normal life, but something deeper was happening. The curse was creating a blockage in your financial path. It was sending energy to twist opportunities away from you. It was speaking against your harvest. Every time you took a step forward, something would pull you 2 steps back. This wasn't just struggle, it was spiritual sabotage. Your spirit knew something was wrong, but you couldn't name it. Now you can. It was the curse, and it was active. Type I am covered to get the blessing 6021. Your money energy began to dry out. Clients stopped calling. People delayed paying what they owed you. Suddenly, people began to overlook your talents, your efforts, and your business. It was like an invisible wall had been placed between you and success. You kept working hard, but the results didn't match the effort. You felt tired, drained, and hopeless at times. That was the curse feeding on your frustration. It was using your disappointment to grow. Every moment you said, maybe I'm not meant to be wealthy, the curse clapped its hands. It wanted you to believe that struggle was your identity. It wasn't. It still isn't. God created you for abundance, not lack. Type I am chosen to get the blessing 7150. Archangel Michael saw how the curse was draining your faith. That's why he acted on July 20th. He saw you reaching your breaking point. He saw the bills piling up and the fear starting to rise. He saw the tears you cried in secret when money kept falling short. You didn't tell anyone. You just held it all in and prayed that something would change. That moment of silent pain reached heaven like thunder, and heaven responded. Michael came with force. He cut through most of the curse. But as you know, one piece remains. This last piece hides in your daily habits. It's in the way you doubt your value, in the way you feel guilty asking to be paid. They must be broken. Type I'm rising to get the blessing 8404. This last part of the curse makes you believe you're a burden when you ask for what you're worth. It whispers lies when you try to start a new business, apply for a raise, or charge for your service. It makes you shrink. That shrinking is not humility. It's spiritual bondage. God did not design you to live paycheck to paycheck. God did not call you to beg. The curse says money is evil. But God says, I give you the power to produce wealth. That means wealth is not a trap. It's a tool. A tool for freedom. A tool for blessing. A tool to help others. When you stay broke, the enemy wins. But when you rise in truth, the curse loses all power. Type I am empowered to get the blessing 7647. Michael is standing beside you now. He wants you to speak back to the curse. Speak back to the lie that says you'll always struggle. Say no. Break agreement. Say I am not cursed. I am called. Heaven is echoing your voice. The final piece of this curse is thin and weak compared to your authority. All it takes is one clear decision. You must stop allowing fear to guide your money. Speak blessing over your wallet. Speak prosperity over your account. Speak increase over your business. Don't wait for the world to confirm your value. Heaven already has. You are entering a new financial season. But the door only opens when you choose to believe. Do it now. The time is near. Type I am restored to get the blessing 7985. There are things we say and feel without even realizing how powerful they are. Many times, you have spoken words over your life that became silent agreements with darkness. You may have said, money always leaves me, or I'm not good with saving, or even, people like me never get rich. These statements felt harmless in the moment. You were tired, frustrated, or maybe joking. But the spirit realm doesn't joke. Those words became open doors. The curse hiding inside your life used those doors to enter deeper. That's how the last piece has survived. It didn't just sit there. It fed on your words, your beliefs, and your habits. And every time you repeated those thoughts, the curse grew stronger. Type I am delivered to get the blessing 6166. You may have been raised in an environment where money was always a problem. Maybe your parents fought over it. Maybe you were told not to expect too much. Maybe you were taught that wanting wealth meant you were greedy. These ideas were planted early, and over time, they became beliefs. But those beliefs were never from God. They were part of the curse's plan. The curse doesn't always scream. It whispers. It hides in familiar thoughts and emotions. It wears the mask of logic, but it's really spiritual limitation. When Archangel Michael came to strike the curse, these beliefs were the hardest to touch. Not because he lacks power, but because he needs your agreement to break them. Type I am renewed to get blessing 7292. Michael fights with divine authority, but even angels honor your free will. That's why this message was sent to you today. You must choose to disagree with every false belief that has kept you broke. You must say, I no longer accept poverty as normal. You must say, I break every thought that says I cannot have more. These are not just affirmations, they are spiritual declarations. They change the energy around you. They push the curse out of your space. Every word you speak in truth becomes a sword in Michael's hand. Heaven moves when your voice aligns with light. The enemy loses ground every time you speak life. Don't stay silent. Your breakthrough requires your words. Type I'm rising to get the blessing 8449. Even your emotions matter in this battle. When you feel shame after spending money, or guilt for having more than someone else, that emotion gives the curse a place to hide. It says, see, you're not supposed to have abundance. But that is a lie. God is not ashamed of blessing you. He takes joy in your overflow. He wants you to live in peace, not pressure. He wants your money to serve your purpose, not become a prison. The curse wants you to fear wealth, but heaven wants you to walk in wisdom. That means knowing how to earn, grow, and give. That means no longer fearing the blessing that is already on the way. The curse has no place here. Type I am free to get the blessing 7871. Today is your moment to break these silent agreements. Speak life even when your bank is low. Declare abundance even when the bills are high. Not because you're lying, but because you're telling the spirit realm who you truly are. You are not bound. You are not cursed. You are chosen, covered, and rising. Archangel Michael is waiting for your words. He wants to finish what he started. That last piece of the curse is shaking. But know that time is short. The moment you speak with faith, it must leave. This is your moment of release. Heaven is with you. Michael is ready. You are not the same. You are shifting now. Type I am transformed to get the blessing 8333. There comes a time in every person's life when the spiritual season must shift. For you, the time is now. You have been walking through a long winter of delay, lack, and invisible attacks. Every time you tried to move forward, something blocked you. You tried new things, trusted new people, started new projects, but the results didn't match your effort. That's because your season was covered by the remains of the curse. Though Michael destroyed most of it, the final piece was still active, pulling energy from your doubt, pulling power from your past words. But now, the season is changing. The curse is weakening. It can't survive in this new light. Your money flow is being restored by the heavens. Type I am shifting to get the blessing 6888. A spiritual season is not just about time, it's about alignment. When your life aligns with divine truth, you shift out of the darkness and into clarity. This is what Archangel Michael is pushing you into now. You're not just stepping into more money, you're stepping into purpose. You're stepping into responsibility. You're stepping into the kind of abundance that lifts others and opens doors for generations. But the curse wants to remind you of the past. It wants you to carry guilt, fear, or doubt into this new season. It knows that if you carry old beliefs into new blessings, you might miss what's really yours. That's why this part of the curse is the most dangerous. It hides in the familiar. Type I'm aligned to get blessing 7999. You are now in the middle of a spiritual battle between your old season and your new one. One is pulling you back to what's broken. The other is pulling you into breakthrough. Michael has drawn a line. On one side is lack, delay, and fear. On the other side is overflow, clarity, and divine momentum. The only way to cross is by faith, not by sight, not by logic, but by choosing truth even when you still feel pressure. That means speaking wealth even when you see debt. That means planning for success even when your hands feel empty. The curse wants you to wait until things look better. But heaven wants you to speak now, act now, believe now. Type I am crossing over to get the blessing 7444. This is your spiritual crossover moment. Everything that comes next depends on how you respond now. Do not wait for confirmation from people. Your confirmation already came through this message. Michael's intervention at 11:22 p.m. was your signal. It was the sound of the spiritual season breaking. Heaven has already shifted. Now you must shift your heart, your mind, your thoughts, and your speech. Stop saying, I can't. Start saying, I've already have. Stop saying, I'm broke. Start saying, I'm being blessed. The words that come from your mouth now will shape your reality in the next 3 months. You're not just reading, you're reprogramming your future with divine language. Type I am walking forward to get the blessing 7210. Michael has done his part. The curse is hanging by a thread. One word from you can cut that thread. One act of faith can unlock what's been delayed. This is not just a motivation. This is not just a teaching. This is prophecy. This is warning. This is activation. Your financial blessing is not in the future. It is in motion now. You don't have to beg. You don't have to chase. You only have to believe and align. Let go of the old season. Release it in your thoughts, in your speech, and in your daily actions. You are not who you were. You are stepping into divine timing. Say yes. Speak yes. Move now. The heavens are open. Type I'm stepping into it, the blessing 7777. Here's money that belongs to you. Money that was meant to come to your hands a long time ago. But it was blocked. The curse was not just spiritual. It touched real things. It slowed down payments. It stopped unexpected blessings. It made people forget to return what they owed you. It caused deals to fall through, jobs to disappear, and support to vanish. This was not random. This was the work of the curse. The final piece of that curse still holds on to the memory of what was lost. It keeps whispering that it's too late, that it's all gone. But Archangel Michael says no. That money is not lost. It's just been delayed. And now, it's returning to you. Type I am ready to get the blessing 6327. Michael says that heaven has recorded every dollar, every opportunity, every resource that was stolen from you because of the curse. Nothing had been forgotten. Your spiritual account is still open, and the funds are being released. Well, here's what you must know. The money won't always come in the same way it was taken. It may return through new people, new chances, or unexpected doors. You must be open. You must be awake. The curse tried to shut your eyes to opportunity. It made you feel like nothing would change, so you stopped looking. But now you must watch again. You must listen to the nudges. You must follow the signs. Heaven is realigning the flow. Type I am open to get the blessing 8450. You may receive a sudden call from someone who once ignored you. A door that was shut may suddenly reopen. A financial opportunity may return out of nowhere. These are not coincidences. These are restorations. But be careful. The final piece of the curse will try to make you reject these blessings. It will say, You don't deserve it. You will say it won't last. It will say it's too risky. These lies are its last weapons. Don't listen. You'll agree. Don't push away what God is giving you. You prayed for this moment. You cried for this chance. You waited long enough. When it shows up, accept it with boldness. Speak over it. Protect it. And walk in it without fear. Type I am receiving to get the blessing 7742. Michael says this is also a time for divine payback. Not just recovery, but multiplication. God is not returning to you what was lost in the same measure. It will come back pressed down, shaken together, and running over. This is not about money alone. It's about divine justice. The enemy tried to silence your financial voice. He tried to cut off your influence by keeping you broke. But heaven has declared that your voice will rise again, and this time it will carry weight. With the return of your finances comes a return of your confidence, your boldness, and your peace. Your money flow is not just for you. It's for the mission on your life. The enemy knew that. That's why he attacked it. Type I am restored to get the blessing 7616. Now that the curse is exposed and heaven has moved it, your part is clear. You must expect. You must prepare. Clean up your financial space. Organize. Be ready to receive. Don't treat this as just another message. This is the warning before the wealth. This is the prophecy before the payback. Midnight is near, and the enemy is hoping you'll miss this window. But you won't. You're awake now. You're aligned now. The money that was once blocked is on its way. Open your heart. Stretch your faith. And speak like someone who knows. The delay is over. This is your time. Michael is watching. Heaven is moving. And the flow is being restored. Type I am in overflow to get the blessing 7019. There is one thing more powerful than any curse. Faith. Faith is not just belief. Faith is spiritual fire. It breaks chains, opens gates, and releases what has been held back. Archangel Michael says your faith is the key that unlocks the last door. The curse has been weakened. Most of it is already gone. But the last piece still hides in your thoughts, your habits, and your fears. That's why faith must rise now. Faith is not a feeling. It is a decision. You decide to believe even when the money is not yet visible. You decide to speak abundance even when the numbers are low. You decide to act like the curse is gone, because it is. Type I am rising to get the blessing 6090. Michael has seen many people lose their financial blessing, not because heaven refused it, but because they refused to believe it could come. Doubt is the shadow that protects the curse. Every time you say, "What if it doesn't work?" the enemy laughs. He knows that doubt delays what faith could have delivered. That is why this moment is holy. You are being called to choose a higher mindset. This is not about being perfect. It's about being present. Present in faith. Present in power. Present in purpose. The curse cannot survive where faith lives. Your belief is like fire. It burns every lie, every delay, every fear. Type I am choosing faith to get the blessing 8341. When you step into real faith, your actions change. You no longer wait for things to happen. You move forward and expect the way to open. You stop speaking death over your money. You start speaking increase, growth, and open doors. You stop saying, "I'm always behind." You start saying, "I'm catching up fast." This is the mindset that unlocks the blessing. Faith brings favor, and favor brings flow. The curse wants you to stay still, but faith moves. It pushes you beyond limits, beyond fear, beyond the past. Your words are weapons. Your actions are seeds. Your thoughts are gates. Use them with power. Type I am moving forward to get the blessing 7575. Michael says your breakthrough is not waiting for the perfect time. It is waiting for your perfect belief. The moment you fully believe, things will shift quickly. You will notice favor in strange places. People will say yes to things they once refused. Unexpected money will find its way into your account. You'll have ideas that unlock new income streams. Doors will swing open. Not because of love, but because of faith. Your faith is the signal that tells heaven, I'm ready now. This is your time. Don't shrink. Don't hold back. Don't delay. Michael's sword is still drawn. He's clearing the way, but you must step into it. Type I am in position to get the blessing 7464. The curse has had your voice long enough. Now, let your faith speak louder. Speak like someone who knows the delay is over. Act like someone who knows they are free. Believe like someone who sees the invisible and walks in it. Your breakthrough is a sound. It sounds like faith. Your miracle has a movement. It looks like belief. And your curse has an ending. It ends with your decision. This is not the time to go quiet. Speak louder. Believe harder. Walk bolder. Archangel Michael is watching. Heaven is responding. The time is now. The blessing is ready. Let your faith rise and take hold of it. Type I am breaking limits to get the blessing 8881. Breaking a curse is powerful, but keeping your freedom is even more important. Archangel Michael wants you to know that the curse is almost gone. The last piece is trembling. But after the curse breaks, you must guard what is yours. You cannot go back to old habits. You cannot return to the same people, same thoughts, or same cycles. The enemy is watching. He knows he's losing power. So he waits to see what you will do next. Will you protect your money flow? Or will you let your guard fall? This is not to make you afraid. It is to make you aware. Your financial healing must be protected. Type I am protected to get the blessing 6611. After the curse breaks, new opportunities will come. Money will flow again. But so will distractions. People may come pretending to support you. Some will ask for help, but not all are sent by God. The enemy often uses fake blessings to plant real delays. That is why you must pray before every financial move. Ask, is this from God? If peace follows, move forward. If confusion follows, step back. The same voice that warned you about the curse will now guide you into wisdom. The Holy Spirit will become your financial compass. You are not alone in this. Heaven does not just break curses. It teaches you how to stay free. Type I am guided to get the blessing 7344. Start building spiritual boundaries around your money. Bless your bank account every day. Speak life over your wallet, over your business, over your income. Say, my money is covered by divine protection. Don't say, I'm broke. Say, my harvest is growing. Don't say, this will never work. Say, my steps are ordered. These words are not just positive thinking, they are spiritual protection. The curse worked by using your old words against you. Now you must use new words to guard your increase. Every time you speak life, you put up a shield. Every time you give with the right heart, you open a gate. Your mouth is a weapon. Use it wisely. Type I am covered to get the blessing 8505. Michael also warns you to stop repeating old money mistakes. You cannot ask for overflow and then waste what is given. God will give more when you show you are ready. This is your season to manage, multiply, and move in wisdom. If you receive $100, treat it like $1,000. Be thankful. Be smart. Be prayerful. This is how you break cycles. This is how you show the curse that it has no more hold. You are no longer careless. You are no longer afraid. You are no longer under financial stress without direction. Heaven is giving you strategy now. Listen to it. Follow it. You are building something holy with your money. Type I am wise to get the blessing 7933. You've come too far to lose what's coming. Archangel Michael is still fighting, still watching, still guiding. But your part now is protection. Protect your words. Protect your energy. Protect your decisions. Protect your time. Your money is not just about survival anymore. It's about purpose. It's about legacy. It's about impact. This is not just income. It's inheritance. You are rising into a new financial life. And that life must be guarded like treasure. A curse at its moment. But your moment has come. Now walk in it with strength, with wisdom, and with vision. Protect the flow. Protect your future. The heavens are with you. Type I am walking in wisdom to get the blessing 8662. You just step into prophetic instruction. What you do now will either guard your wealth or give the enemy a way back in. If this message is opening your eyes, then help us keep opening others' eyes too. This isn't just a video. It's a rescue mission for souls under silent attack. When you sow into this message through a super thanks, membership, or PayPal, you are lighting a torch that leads others out of darkness. God says, the wealth of the wicked is stored for the righteous, and your giving is proof that you are ready to receive. Don't let this moment pass you by. The PayPal link is in the video description. So boldly, heaven responds to action. The curse did more than block your money. It tried to change who you are. It wanted to shape your identity with fear, doubt, and shame. It whispered that you were unlucky. It tried to make you believe that money was always hard for you. It didn't just attack your bank, it attacked your heart. Over time, you may have started feeling like someone who would never get ahead. Someone who always has to work twice as hard for half the result. That lie became a quiet belief, and that belief started to shape your life. The curse wanted to create a version of you that was always broke, always stressed, always afraid of lack. Type I am breaking free to get the blessing 6155. But Michael wants to remind you of your true self. You were not born to be poor in spirit or poor in finance. You were created with divine favor. Your hands were made to build wealth with wisdom. Your heart was created to hold peace, not panic. You were designed to walk in confidence, not worry. But the curse wanted you to forget that. It sent wave after wave of delay to break your spirit. Every time you lost money, it whispered, "See, you're not meant to win." But that voice is not the voice of God. That voice is the final piece of the curse, and today, that voice loses power. Type I am rising again to get blessing 7381. The version of you that accepted struggle is not your true self. That was a shadow created by spiritual attack. That was a life formed by loss. But the real you is awakening. The real you is bold. The real you is wise. The real you knows how to handle overflow. You are not weak. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. Heaven has always known who you really are. The curse just worked overtime to hide the truth. But when Michael came on July 20th, he didn't just fight for your money. He fought for your identity. The one piece of the curse that remains is still trying to hold on to the false version of you. Let it go now. Type I am made new to get the blessing 8590 and there's a reason you've always felt a pull toward more. Even when things didn't work, something inside kept hoping. That hope was your real self trying to rise again. The curse tried to silence it, but it couldn't. Because no curse is stronger than purpose. That's why you're here now. That's why you opened this message. Because the real you is ready to rise. Not a version shaped by fear, but one built on divine identity. You're not just a person who makes money, you're a person who multiplies blessings. Your words create shifts. Your giving opens gates. Your ideas are divine downloads. This is who you've always been beneath the layers of spiritual war. Type I am restored fully to get the blessing 7894. Now is the time to agree with your true identity. Stop speaking like a cursed person. Start speaking like a chosen one. Say, I am blessed. I'm increasive. I am trusted by heaven with wealth. Say it until the fear disappears. Say it until your soul catches fire. Say it until the curse can no longer stand to be near you. You are not weak. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are rising. And you are walking into the best version of yourself. Not someday, today. Because Michael didn't come this far for you to go back. Rise now. Speak now. Step in now. You are who God says you are. Type I am walking in truth to get the blessing 7730. Sometimes we ask, why did the curse stay this long? Archangel Michael wants to show you the hidden reasons. It was not because God didn't hear your prayers. It was not because you were not worthy. The curse stayed longer because it was fed in secret places. These places were hidden deep inside, old pain, unforgiveness, fear, and silent agreements with lies. Each time you felt unworthy of success, the curse got stronger. Every time you spoke against yourself, it found a door. The curse was smart. It didn't just attack from the outside, it used what was already inside to survive. But now the light has come. And with light, truth is revealed. And with truth, the curse must break. Type I am healed to get the blessing 6882. Michael says one reason the curse held on was because of unhealed wounds. Maybe someone in your past told you that you would never succeed. Maybe they laughed at your dreams. Maybe they left you when you needed help. That pain became a door. It allowed the curse to say, see, no one supports you. You will never make it. Those words stayed in your heart like a seed. That seed grew into fear. And fear feeds the curse. That's why healing must come first. Not just physical or financial healing, but soul healing. You must forgive them. You must release the pain. Only then can the curse lose its hiding place. A wound must close. Type I am whole to get the blessing 7321. Another hidden reason the curse stayed was because you were trying to do everything alone. The enemy loves to isolate. He whispers, don't ask for help. No one understands. Just keep it to yourself. But isolation is where the curse grows best. When you don't speak, when you don't ask for prayer, when you stay silent in your suffering, the enemy dances. But the moment you open your mouth and ask heaven for help, angels move. The moment you reach out in truth, the chain breaks. You were never meant to carry this alone. Michael was waiting for you to call out. And you did. That's why he came on July 20th at 11:22 p.m. Because your voice reached heaven. Type I am supported to get the blessing 8491. The curse also stayed because you gave up too early before. There were times you almost got free. Times you were right at the edge of breakthrough. But it felt too hard and too heavy. And you let go. The curse used that to pull you back into patterns. But this time is different. This time, you're fully awake. This time, you know the truth. This time, you're standing with Michael's help. You're not quitting now. Not after coming this far. You've seen the patterns. You felt the pressure. But now you're pressing through. The curse wants you to believe nothing has changed. But it's lying. Everything has changed. Type I am going forward to get the blessing 7011. Michael wants you to know that every moment you believed the lie, heaven still believed in you. Every time you fell, angels stood beside you. Every delay was recorded. Every pain was counted. And now, every curse is being overturned. You are not late. You are right on time. The curse may have stayed longer than you wanted, but it is leaving faster than you expected. Do not fear the past. Learn from it. Do not hide the pain. Yili. Do not shrink in shame. Wise in purpose. The hidden reasons are no longer hidden. Light has come. The curse has no more shelter. The only thing left is victory. Walk in it now. Type I am rising in truth to get the blessing 8088. Sometimes you don't see a full miracle all at once. Sometimes heaven works in quiet signs. Archangel Michael wants you to notice those signs. The curse is breaking, and you may already feel it. You may feel a sudden peace inside, even though your situation hasn't changed yet. That's a sign. You may feel your hope rising again. You start imagining a better future. You feel energy to try again. These are not just thoughts. They are signals that the spiritual shift has begun. The curse once made you afraid to believe. But now, faith is growing again. This is how it begins. Not always with lightning. Sometimes with stillness. Type I am aware to get the blessing 6901. Another sign is that people who once blocked you start disappearing. You may notice some relationships ending, or certain people growing distant. This is not a loss, it's protection. God is removing voices that fed the curse. People who secretly celebrated your failure are being pulled away by divine force. Their connection to you was a bridge the curse used. That bridge is now breaking. Don't hold on to what God is removing. Trust the disconnection. When Michael moves, he clears your path fully. That includes removing anyone who speaks against your blessing. Isolation may feel scary at first, but it is often the space where breakthrough starts. Type I am open to change to get the blessing 7447. You may also see small financial shifts. A refund you forgot about appears. A payment finally clears. Someone offers help without being asked. These things may seem small, but in the spirit, they are huge. It means the blockage is lifting. It means the river is flowing again. Watch your life closely. Every new open door, every returned favor, every answered message, these are signs. Celebrate them. Thank God for them. These small signs build into large blessings. The curse is losing ground. and your money is finding its way back. Don't say it's not enough. Say it has begun. The shift in language prepares you for overflow. Type I am expecting more to get the blessing 7,620. You might also begin to feel bold again. You may get a fresh idea or feel the sudden push to start something you paused. It is divine strategy returning. When the curse ruled, you felt blocked, tired, confused. But as the curse breaks, vision returns. Dreams return. Plans that once failed are now being revived. You'll feel a holy push, an inner knowing that it's time. That is Michael stirring your spirit. He is not just breaking chains. He's guiding your next step. Write the plan. Send the email. Make the call. This time, it will not fall apart. This time, the curse cannot stop it. Type I am moving in purpose to get the blessing 8,510. You may feel emotional for no reason. You might cry, feel heavy, or feel like something is shifting in your chest. This is not bad. This is your body and soul releasing years of spiritual weight. The curse carried emotional energy, fear, guilt, shame. As it breaks, that energy leaves too. Let the tears flow. Let the feelings come. You're not breaking down. You're breaking free. The signs are everywhere. The shift is happening. What was blocked is now moving. What was silent is now speaking. What was cursed is now covered. Watch it. Feel. Trust. And walk forward boldly. Your miracle is not coming. It's already started. Type I am walking in freedom to get the blessing 8,181. This is the final part of the battle. The last piece of the curse is shaking. It knows its time is short. Archangel Michael has fought hard for your freedom. He has already broken most of the curse, but now he stands ready for the final strike. This is the moment everything changes. The curse can no longer hide. It has lost its power. But Michael is waiting for your voice, your agreement, your action. He cannot finish it without you. This is a partnership between heaven and you. Your choice gives heaven the legal right to close this spiritual case. All that's required is your full agreement with the light. Type I am in agreement to get the blessing 6,883. Michael is holding his sword. The edge is bright with divine fire. He has been watching, protecting, and preparing this moment since the attack first came against your finances. He was there when you felt forgotten. He stood beside you when you cried, "Why isn't anything working?" Heaven was silent, not because it didn't care, but because it was building something stronger than a quick fix. It was building a permanent release. Now the fire has been released. The atmosphere around you is shifting. The chains are weak. The grip of the curse is slipping. But the final piece hides in one last place, your words. Type I am speaking life to get the blessing 7,550. The enemy has no access unless you give it through agreement. If you speak fear, the curse grabs it. If you speak doubt, the curse drinks it. But if you speak faith, the curse burns. Every time you declare, "I am rising," you hit the curse. Every time you say, "My money is blessed," Michael strikes again. You are not helpless. You are armed. Your tongue is a sword. The curse hopes you forget that. But today you remember. Today you say what heaven says. You say, "I am chosen. I am covered. I am stepping into wealth. I am not blocked. I am free." These are not just words. They are divine keys. Type I am free indeed to get the blessing 8,190. Heaven is fully behind you. The angels have taken position. The spiritual court is open. The curse is being sentenced. But heaven waits for you to testify. Speak the truth. Don't hold back. Say out loud, the curse is over. My money is released. My wealth is flowing. My purpose is rising. As you speak, the spirit world hears you. The final chains crack. The last grip of delay shatters. You are not just hoping, you are activating. This is the final blow. The curse cannot return once the case is closed. But the door must be locked from your side. You must close it with truth, boldness, and faith. Type I am locking the door to get the blessing 7477. Michael says this was always your destiny. Not to live in lack, but to live in light. Not to fear tomorrow, but to walk in divine supply. The curse only lasted because you didn't know your power. But now you do. You are no longer the same. You are not the victim. You are the voice. You are the vessel. You are the one who speaks and watches it shift. You are the one who calls wealth forward. You are the one who walks into new seasons with no fear. The battle is over. The final piece is breaking now. Heaven has moved. The sword has struck. And you have been released. Completely. Type I am fully delivered to get the blessing 8900. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The battle is over. The curse that tried to stop your money flow, delay your blessings, and silence your purpose has been fully broken. Archangel Michael struck the final blow. The grip of lack, fear, and confusion had been removed. What remains now is space for blessing, space for increase, space for overflow. Heaven has heard your cry, seen your faith, and answered your call. What was once held back is now being released. Not later. Thou. Not a trickle but a flood. The curse is gone. The river is open. Your financial future has shifted permanently in the spirit. Michael wants you to know, you are not the same person you were before this message. Something deep inside you has awakened. You now understand what was really happening. It wasn't just bad luck or poor timing. It was spiritual warfare. And you won. You didn't win by force. You won by faith. You did win by fear. You won by revelation. The truth made you free. And now, that truth is creating a new reality. A reality where you no longer chase provision, but walk with it. A reality where you expect blessings, not blockages. A reality where you carry light, not chains. You may still have challenges ahead, but you are not walking into them cursed. You are walking in covered. The fire of Archangel Michael is around you. The sword that struck the curse will now guard your harvest. Every dollar that belongs to you will begin to find its way. Every delayed payment, every missed chance, every blocked door will now begin to turn in your favor. But because of love, but because of light, light has entered your life, and darkness has been removed. The energy is clean. The path is clear, and the future is no longer uncertain. It is full of divine direction. From this moment forward, speak only what heaven says. Do not rehearse the pain of the past. Do not relive the fear. Speak the new reality. Say, I am blessed. I am wealthy. I am rising. I am chosen. Speak these words even when you don't feel them yet. Because the more you speak, the more the spirit realm must obey. Heaven works with your agreement. And now that the curse is broken, agreement must stay strong. Never again allow the enemy to trick you into silence. Your voice has power. Your truth has weight. Your faith has opened doors that can no longer be shut. Archangel Michael celebrates with you now. He sees the light on your life growing brighter. He sees your hands being prepared to receive more. More than money. More wisdom. More opportunity. More divine favor. You are no longer bound by the words spoken in hate or jealousy. You are free. And you are walking into overflow. This is not just a promise. This is your reality now. You don't have to wait. You only have to believe. Speak it. Live it. Walk it. The curse is gone. And heaven's favor is upon you. Type I am permanently free to get the blessing 9444. If this message confirmed what your spirit already knew, don't just say amen. Respond like someone who's truly free. God is calling you to help keep this fire burning for others. When you give through super thanks, membership, or PayPal, you help send this prophetic word to those who are still in chains. Your seed is not just support, it's spiritual warfare. It says, the curse ends here. As you sow, I declare, the devourer will no longer touch your harvest. Heaven will protect what belongs to you. The PayPal link is in the description below. Move boldly. Give as one who's already walking in financial freedom. Do it now. Let your giving become a weapon of light.